we as medical providers, the way we're used to marketing things to this very, very small audience. I see aesthetics providers constantly talking about, hey, we got the new i9 7A Plus laser, has this red light, does X, Y, and Z. I don't even know what those lasers are, what they do. Most patients don't either. I see so often that we as medical providers, the way we're used to marketing things is kind of like the way I saw Steve Jobs' competitors, think like IBM and Gateway and all these old computer companies that are, more or less, they're still in existence to some degree, but just, they're not Apple. They would constantly market to this very, very small audience, and they didn't have the, how should I say it? They were doing fine. They were making their money. They were happy, which is great, but they didn't have the foresight or the ability to creatively think that this could be more. Or maybe they did, but they just couldn't pursue that. Maybe it felt daunting or scary, or what if I'm wrong? And so I think in HRT and in medicine, a lot of times we do the same thing. I see a lot of, I'll pick on aesthetics providers, for example, because I think this is interesting. I see aesthetics providers constantly talking about marketing to their patients. Hey, we got the new i9 7A Plus laser. It does X, Y, and Z. It has this red light. And again, like most patients, they have no idea what a laser is, let alone the model that you bought. It's got all these fancy bells and whistles. I don't even know what those lasers are, what they do. Most patients don't either. That's not the marketing. The marketing should be, hey, in 50 years' time, you'll regret not having done things for the health of your skin, because as it is the largest organ in your body and on your body, we should cherish it and treat it that way. Our skin carries our emotions, right, on our face. Our skin protects us from the sun. Our skin helps us become who we are in so many different ways. And sure, it's going to age and change and stuff, but it doesn't have to do so in a way that's ungraceful. And wouldn't you love to carry forward who you are as a person, the beauty, the excellence of you, in a way that is meaningful? Like, those are the types of things that I think about when I think of skin, when I think about how am I marketing to an audience of women or men who are interested in skin care and skin health. And I'm not focusing on this big hunky laser machine thing, which, okay, maybe a couple people know what that is, but like most patients don't. And I think that's how Steve Jobs helped market computers and phones. Like, okay, cool. Like, we can talk about some of the tech stuff. Yeah, it has a faster processor and look how speedy it is. And the camera is really nice. But like, what do those things do for us? Like, what is the end outcome? What is it solving for us? What's the problem it's solving for us? A nicer camera isn't that, just saying there's a nicer camera. Okay, what does that mean? What do you mean by nicer? And like, what problem does that solve? Well, if you're facing your phone and speaking to a loved one, it's not going to be all grainy. It's going to have this really nice complexion. It will feel like that loved one is sitting right in front of you. And like, that speaks much more to me as a human being. A lot more to me. And so again, we take this big giant movement, this emphasis on why I care so much about this business, this product, this industry. And the way I'm going to market this is going to continue that as a movement rather than as just trying to piecemeal all these different things together and make it sound kind of cool and flashy. If I'm an HRT clinic, I'm not focusing on like, we have testosterone cypionate and MCT oil. Did you know that MCT oil is the thinnest oil and is really good for, like, okay, that might be interesting to a couple really big science dorks. I'd be one of them. But at the end of the day, I just want to know, what is this going to do for me? What problems is it going to solve? And is it going to be a part of that big movement, which is to help all patients around the world reach a state of self-actualization so that they can become the biggest and bestest version of themselves, so that they can produce and provide for their communities, their families, their loved ones, so that they can feel inherently beautiful and joyful and carry a life with meaning and purpose. And they can spread that emotion and behavior down to their children. And so when their children grow up, they chase those same things that they were modeled after their parents. Like, that is the type of world that I'm living in right now. I feel that every single day in my heart. I know that that's what's happening. And it's so exciting. I can hardly sleep. I really mean that. Like, I wake up and I'm just excited. I really, like, yeah, well, 9 out of 10 times, right? Like, I'm really, really excited, but it's because I'm a part of something that is so much bigger than me that it's both overwhelming, daunting, and wonderful at the same time. You know, I think about how often I hope that I am praying in a way that allows me to say, you know, God, can you please just make sure that I'm doing what I am supposed to be doing, right? I'm just I'm just a humble servant at the end of the day, and I want to make sure I'm nailing this for you. Thank you so much for checking out this clip and tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. If you really liked it, I definitely recommend that you click here to watch the whole entire video where I go into much more detail. Thank you again for joining, and I'll see you there.